This video was made possible by Brilliant. Learn complex subjects intuitively for 20% off by going to brilliant.org/HAI. So, you remember outside and things? Well, connecting the different outside things are things called roads, which connect both to each other and to things. They're kind of like hallways, except outside. Roads can be a lot of things. They can be flat, hilly, straight, curvy, smooth, or rough, like this intro, but another adjective is controversial. Controversial means giving rise to public disagreement. For example, saying that I pour the water before the cereal would be controversial, but another thing that is controversial is this road, N154. N154 connects mainland Spain, and specifically the town of Puigcerdà, to this little town called Livia, which is located about 1 mile or 1.8 kilometers into France. Livia is about 5 square miles or 13 square kilometers in size and has a population of around 1,500. But what's unusual about Livia is that even though it's located a mile into France, it is a Spanish town, or to be more accurate, it's a Catalonian town, which means it's not part of Spain, or is part of Spain, or kind of, you know what, I get enough flack for that time that I admitted I like marshmallow fluff on my pepperoni pizza. Maybe Livia is part of Spain, maybe it's not, but either way, Livia is definitely not part of France. So why is there a Spanish town in France? Well, it all goes back to 1659, when a fancy piece of paper called the Treaty of the Pyrenees was signed by a guy with a giant mustache and a guy with a tiny mustache, who also happened to be the respective kings of Spain and France. They'd spent 24 years fighting the Franco-Spanish War, which was regarding the sizes of their respective mustaches, but may have also addressed some other stuff. And as part of their treaty, the French took control of all of the villages north of the Pyrenees, which by the way is a mountain range located here. But there was a loophole. Livia was north of the Pyrenees, but technically it was not a village. It was a town, a distinction earned by the fact that it had been the ancient capital of Sardinia in the period of classical antiquity, which interestingly is the exact same loophole that let Air Bud play basketball. And so, for over 450 years, a little piece of Spain has been surrounded by France like a tiny dollop of paella on a massive baguette. But of course, the people of Livia needed a road to get to and from mainland Spain, and eventually they got one. A cute little 2-lane speedway called N154. Now, it's important to understand that even though it was in France, the Spanish Livians felt enormous ownership over the N154 with good reason. It was exclusively for them. In fact, before the 1970s, the road just went directly from Livia to mainland Spain without any intersections to connect it to the French road network, but eventually, the French got around to building 2 roads that crossed it, but that was an issue. You see, the new French N20 was a busy road, far busier than the N154, so they put up a stop sign on the N154 so drivers would yield to the N20. That, however, according to Livians, was a violation of the centuries-old Treaty of Bayonne, which had granted the Livians a right of way to travel to mainland Spain. According to this treaty, the French could not build fortifications, walls, or anything else that impeded the residents of Livia from getting to their country, and, in their minds, stop signs did just that. So they did the logical, responsible thing and stole the stop signs. When the French put the stop signs back, the Livians stole them again, leading to a back and forth where the signs would either be stolen or would be completely ignored, which was both a great form of protest and a great way for people to get hit by cars. All of this controversy was eventually dubbed the War of the Stop Signs, the dumbest war since the one with the emus and that other one in Iraq. But eventually, the French and Spanish governments took a look at the years of sign stealing and car crashing and realized that they should probably put an end to this street fight. They went through arbitration, and after some squabbling, the War of Stop Signs came to a peace with a two-fold solution. First, the Spanish government paid to build an overpass so that the N154 would pass over the N20, eliminating the need for stop signs, and second, to avoid future conflict, it was decided that the N154 would be jointly administered by both the French and Spanish governments, making N154 into a neutral road. These days, that joint administration is still intact, though admittedly it's becoming a little less important than it once was, seeing as motorists can now travel freely between the countries in the Schengen zone. If you're bored of stealing stop signs and starting international incidents and are looking for a new project, I've got the perfect thing to keep you occupied, entertained, and productive all at the same time. Brilliant. Brilliant is a math and science learning platform that gives you new daily challenges every day that are not only fun, but that also help teach you new concepts by applying them. And if you like that challenge and want to learn more, you can check out course quizzes that go into more detail. It's the perfect way to learn a little something new every day without it feeling stressful or overwhelming. To start trying out the daily challenges and to learn more about Brilliant, go to brilliance.org/HAI. You can sign up for free, plus, if you're one of the first 200 to sign up at that link, you'll get 20% off a premium subscription.